Three, two, one. All right, ladies and gentlemen, what is up? ADS Play 101 here, and welcome to Anime Live Chat, my anime live discussion series where we're talking about recent episodes or upcoming episodes, as is the case this week. It's a real big week for anime. I mean, there's a lot of great things coming up. Kind of update you guys on the animes that I've been watching, and some of the animes that I'm looking forward to. It is Saturday, August 5th, 2023, and this is your Anime Live Chat for the week. So, anime has been like a big part of my life, right? And I have watched anime avidly. But this year, or in 2022 more in particular, it's been more of like a, more so of like, I don't want to get left behind feeling. Because I've been watching, I caught myself watching animes that I normally didn't watch, right? Like, for example, last year, Blue Lock, I watched the hell out of Blue Lock, read the manga for Blue Lock. Can't wait for that upcoming season. Hell's Paradise, it was another good one. I watched the hell out of that. Gundam Witcher Mercury, another good one. Surprisingly, some animes that I didn't think I was ever going to get into. I mean, ever. Correct me if I get the name wrong. Oshinoko or Oshinoki. The English name is Idol. I've been watching the hell out of that, so I'm waiting for the second season for that to get confirmed. Eminence in Shadow, that's another one from last year I'm looking forward to. Dead Mount Death Play, another one that they said they're getting a second season in October, so that's something to look forward to. I seen recent news, that's right, dude. I seen some recent news that that Naruto, well, not Naruto, is coming back. Is that the original writer, I believe, from Naruto, if I remember correctly, that tweet I sent, I should have bookmarked that. I don't even know if I can find it. Let's see if I can go to Twitter real quick and find that, because I know I retweeted it. Let me see. Let's see. I know I retweeted it. Santa Monica Studios, where it's at. Oh, I didn't retweet it. Damn. So I lost that message. But anyway, I seen like some type of announcement where the original writer for Naruto was making a return to write for Boruto or something like that. I'm pretty sure somebody's gonna like correct me on that, but I believe that was like that was a tweet that I seen. Now, Boruto has been a very controversial anime, only because it hasn't lived up to itself. I mean, maybe in more recent seasons. I don't know, bro, just found out today. Yeah, like maybe in more recent seasons, in like the past year or so, Boruto kind of picked up the pace, but Boruto always felt like Naruto Part 2, rather than it being the story primarily focusing on his son. So it always been a letdown in the eyes of many people, even though some people may watch it religiously. Boruto was one of those ones that never really lived up to the hype. And a lot of it felt forced, like they were trying to force you to believe that these were the previous ninjas' sons and daughters and all that. So it was kind of like a tough pill to swallow, Boruto. But it looked like they finally got their shit in order, and they're getting things back on track. So I look forward to seeing whatever they got going on. This week, however, without reminiscing so much, we have a few animes that are getting some new episodes. First off, One Piece. I think is probably like one of two of the biggest, well, it's the biggest moment in recent anime history. One of the biggest moments. I think the only thing that this comes close to to be honest with you, is when Gohan went Super Saiyan 2. Unbeknownst to us, it was Super Saiyan 2 at the time. But when Gohan went Super Saiyan 2 against Cell, at the Cell games, Luffy goes into Gear 5 this week, officially. After teasing it in the One Piece movie Red, they actually kind of teased the form a little bit. He kind of went like a false Gear 5, kind of like the way Goku went like a false Super Saiyan in like the Lord Slug movie. If you pay attention to the One Piece Red movie, during that final fight with Top Musica, Luffy actually goes in. He kind of briefly previews the Gear 5 form, the Sun God Nika form. So they've been teasing it. There's been promotional videos all over Japan and subways on their YouTube. They've been promoting the hell out of this. This is a big moment in anime history. So I'm really looking forward to seeing the reactions that people have for this. Hell, I might even do a reaction for it just to, you know what I'm saying, because it's such a big moment. But most definitely, it's the #1 moment this week, for sure. We got Eden Zero Season 2, that's playing out real well. Pokemon Horizons, they've been doing really good. Pokemon Horizons, we name an anime for it, edit. Will you name an anime for an edit? I don't get what you mean by that. I don't know, maybe I'm kind of slow, but I don't understand what you mean by that. But yeah, Pokemon Horizons. I haven't watched a Pokemon series since, I want to say maybe like the Unova region. This is how out of touch with Pokemon as far as the series go. I played the games, but the series themselves, I've been kind of out of touch with them. I think the last series that I watched was, and again, I believe it was the Unova region. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. But there was a little black girl that was like a dragon master in training. She had like an axe shoe. I'm pretty sure y'all know who I'm talking about. Now, I can't think of her name at the moment. She had an axe shoe. That was like the last Pokemon series that I watched. I didn't even watch the full series, but that was like the last one I watched. Picked it up again towards the end of Journeys, which I believe was the one where Ash was on his last journey. Axe shoe. You know who I'm talking about, man. Go on. I don't remember the name of every Pokemon, but I know Axe was like, Axe goes into Haxor. The Pokemon that evolves into a Haxor. So, but yeah, like I can't think of the name off the top of my head. Somebody's gonna Haxorus or something like that. Yeah, Haxor. The one that evolves into that. Okay, yeah. But that was the last series that I watched. I picked Pokemon up again once they announced that Ash was on like his final journey, and I was like, finally they're giving this dude a rest after 25 years, because they never evolved Pikachu. They never did things that fans actually wanted to see. You know, Ash kept getting rid of his good Pokemon. He kept, you know what I'm saying, he gave away Charizard. He gave away he sent Squirtle back to like his gang. You know what I'm saying? Ivysaur, Venusaur, like he just got rid of all his good Pokemon. You know, fucking Butterfree flew off, Pidgeotto and fucking went elsewhere, and then he just kept getting new Pokemon and he just kept releasing them to the point where it's like, okay, I see where this is going. And over time, that kind of got boring for me to watch. Charizard came back for like a season. But he didn't do, but he didn't stay. At least I don't think he did, because I don't... Was Charizard up in Journeys? The Ash's final journey, like, wasn't Charizard in, like, Ash final journey? Ash final, series? he was in a finale. I don't know, because it's been a minute since I watched it. But yeah, that was when I started picking up Pokemon again. And I've been watching Pokemon Horizons because I played Scarlet and Violet. Y'all know, I mean, if y'all watching this on YouTube, I played Scarlet and Violet heavily. I don't know. You said Tournament of Power. You thinking about Dragon Ball Z? You know, thinking about Dragon Ball Super. But yeah, picked it up again during Journeys. That's when I started watching it again. And I've been watching Pokemon Horizons religiously, like every week, every new episode. I've been watching it. Am I watching Summerfest? Is that in Summerfest? I think you mean SummerSlam. It's not on yet, but and Jake Paul fight tonight. I'll be getting to that later. I'm in the middle of something right now. I'll get to that later. The same shit. It's Summerfest and SummerSlam. I get the names wrong. But I got you. I'm gonna call you back after this. But yeah, so Pokemon Horizons, definitely I've been watching it. Surprisingly, I've been enjoying it. I like what the direction that they're taking with it. Supposedly, so the DLC Pokemon they got coming for Scarlet and Violet, the two legendaries that's in that DLC, they're kind of like they kind of play a significant role in Horizons, and I like the direction that they're going with it. Now let me see if I can pronounce his name right. Atelier Ryza. Now this is an anime that's based off of a video game series that's been going for I don't know how long. I've seen it every once in a while. I never bothered to play none of the games, but so far so good. The anime has me captivated. I mean, it has my attention, so I've been liking it so far. It's called Atelier Ryza, Ever Darkness and the Secret Hideout. So if you guys wanted to watch that, I recommend it's a good one to watch. Next up, they remade a classic this year. Ronin Kenshi has a 2023 remake, and they've been doing a good job. I think they're only on like 5 episodes now, and that's been really good. So if you ever get a chance to check out the remake of Ronin Kenshi, as well as the Trigun Stampede remake, check that out as well, because they did a real good job on Trigun. But the Ronin Kenshi one is dope. Liar Liar, Akka, and Reign of the Seven Spellblades. I kind of grouped them all in like the same category. New animes that came out this year. Beautiful animation. Good stories so far. It's still too early to tell how good they're gonna be, but a couple of them. One of them is like an isekai, which is Reign of the Seven Spellblades, and Liar Liar. That's another isekai. One MC, a whole bunch of girls, and the story just revolves around. You know what I'm saying? There's action involved. There's like fights, good fights and all that. But the angle that they're going with, as far as like being one male character surrounded by a bunch of female characters, that's tiring as hell. But the action of the fight scenes keeps your attention. Now, Ayaka, it's kind of hard for me to explain what that anime is. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's cool, but it's kind of hard to explain what it is. You just have to watch it for yourself. Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2. This more or less, is that a cat that just walked? Well, this cat just be walking this fence like crazy. Just be jumping all over the shit. Neighborhood cats, well, you can't go wrong. But yeah, Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2. It feels more like a prequel, which I'm pretty sure it is. It tells the story of Gojo, and I'm so sorry I can't remember half of these people's names, and I feel stupid because I'm watching the damn. I can't remember his name. It's embarrassing. So Gojo and is it Yuji? No, it wasn't Yuji. Maybe Saguru? Because that's what it is. But the story was mainly focusing on Gojo and Saguru. I'm assuming that's Saguru during his earlier days. So so season 2 is more so like a prequel, telling the story of how Saguru and Gojo got along, I guess, and when in their earlier days of the academy, when they was on missions and shit. I mean, it's a cool season so far. You know, Gojo got into a fight, got ripped from fucking throat to fucking right nipple. Is it wrong to try to pick up girls in the dungeon? Probably means so. Yeah. You know what? I never got into that anime. I wanted to, but for some reason it just kind of like it didn't appeal to me. It reminded me of for whatever reason, the aesthetic of it kind of reminded me of that time I got reincarnated as slime. That anime. And it was another one I think called The Time I Got Reincarnated as a Sword or something like that. It reminded me of those two animes, and I just couldn't get into it. So, but if people saying it's AAA, I mean, and there was another one that was like The Time I Got Reincarnated as a Spider or something like that. Yeah, like I just couldn't get into those. So maybe that's the reason why I didn't like maybe that's the reason why I didn't. Nah, bro, the story of Danmachi is so in depth. Danmachi. I mean, I don't know. You gotta. Damn. Yeah, like, that's one of them animes I'm gonna have to sit down and like really take my time to digest when I ain't got too much to do. Because I feel like I would have to focus on enjoying it rather than just enjoying it. That's the short name. Oh, okay. She was telling me the name of a different one. But yeah, Ayaka is definitely an anime I think people should watch. Even though the story is kind of like confusing at times, I do like it. I kind of like the action. I like the way it's designed. And I like the direction that it's going with it. So that's definitely a good one. But last but not least, we got to talk about Bleach, the 1,000-Year Blood War Season 2. Now, I'm probably one of the few people in America, or one of handful of people that watched, that read the manga years before the anime came out. So I'm already familiar with everything they're trying to do. You know, part 1 was like the first 61 chapters of the manga. And I'm assuming, because if I read correctly, Kubo is making the 1,000-Year Blood War into like a 4-part series. It's going to be like 4 parts. So the first part was 61 chapters. I can only assume that, that the second season is going to try to match that, but it's covering a lot of things. And even in, I believe, like episode, what was it? 2 or 3? No. We're on episode what in the 1,000-Year Blood War Part 2? We're on episode what? 4? So episode 3, they actually animated Shinji's Bankai. Now it's a long, confusing ass name, and I don't remember the name of it. But if you look up the lore, his Bankai is bond in the Serite because when it's used, it turns friend against friend and foe against foe. It's basically like something that he can't use around allies. It's something that he can't use around allies because it's gonna turn. It makes everybody turn against each other. So he has to be in a situation where he's around nothing but enemies. And we read about this in the light novel that came out after the Thousand Year Blood War, or was it during, or somewhere around that time? I think it came out after. It was a book called Can't Fear Your Own World, and they told a lot of they tied up a lot of loose ends and answered a lot of questions, and revealed Bankais for like not Shinsui, but who's that dude, the one that got the 69 tattooed on his face, and that has the Shikai release, Kazeshimi. It's on the tip of my tongue. My mind just went blank. I know. It's
At 29 and I find myself wondering what did happen to the last 10. I ran away with my life, fast forward, never turn back again. It's kind of funny that the more we pass time, the more we need to set them rewind. And 19 was the year I had to leave you, but now I'm seeing all the signs. Is this really happening? I can't believe it's true. I'm just as surprised as you. Is this really happening? I can't be too sure, but one day I'll be yours again. Life lessons come one in a dozen. The other 11 get something from nothing. I sit here looking for an answer. Maybe the biggest question was in the last chapter. You gave me the soul I have today. Without you I never could have moved away. But now I see what you teach. I do believe I always should have stayed. Yeah. Is this really happening? I can't believe it's true. I'm just as surprised as you. Is this really happening? I can't be too sure, but one day I'll be yours again. One day I'll be
yours. Let me see. I believe his name is Otashiro. Oh, I can never remember this man's name. He's the one that got the golden whip. Otorobashi. Rojiro Otorobashi. He's the one that has the golden whip. Kinshara. You know, if you remember during the Fake Karakotan arc, he was the one who had the plague doctor bird beak looking hollow mask that he kind of played his sword like an instrument, like a violin, and it caused damage to like the Nenos Grande. So he's, for those of you who don't know, a lot of the Visors came back during the Thousand Year Blood War, and they returned to their positions as captains of the Gotei 13. They returned to their original posts after some of the captains, you know, they were lost and they died and they moved on. Some of the Visors, they came back and they took their positions as captains again in the Gotei 13, and he was one of them. And his Bankai does get revealed during this next match, and it's gonna be cool to see. It's gonna be a stupid fight. So him and Sternritter S are gonna fight in this next episode. That fight is gonna be the dumbest thing throughout this whole Thousand Year Blood War. I promise you. There's not gonna be anything more stupid than what's gonna happen in that fight. But I'm gonna just leave that there. It's still gonna be cool to see, but it's gonna be dumb as hell. Also, Dumbita, Sternritter E, the explosion. The one who was going against Sujin. The one who had the Kojo Tengen Myo Dangai Joe form that she was fighting against. That one was finna happen to her. I don't know if they're gonna reveal it in this episode or the next episode, but this is gonna be some creepy shit. Between her and Toshiro, I don't know who got it worse. Cause what's gonna that's gonna be like some cringy stuff that's gonna happen. I was waiting for the 1,000 Year Blood War to end before I binge. Nah, you might as well just read the manga. But yeah, this is definitely gonna be a good week between Gear 5 Luffy. Cause I read the manga and I could not wait for them to animate that. So I read the manga and that fight is gonna be ridiculous. Yeah, like I read it way back too. Yeah. Yeah, the episode is coming as of me recording this right now. Episode 1071 comes out in like 2 hours. So yeah, we got a couple hours before it comes out. But non-anime related, you know, SummerSlam is it's starting at like 4:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So I'm definitely gonna be watching that, and then I'm gonna stream anime afterwards. But with that being said, and that Logan Paul and whoever fight that Game 6 Moose we're talking about, Jake Paul and whoever else he fighting, whoever else he's finna get a paycheck for taking a dive. But yeah, it's gonna be an interesting week for anime. Nate Diaz. As much as I want Nate Diaz to knock his ass out, I mean, you know, I don't know. I don't have no faith in these people fighting Jake Paul for some weird ass reason. Not because I don't think they can't beat him, because I think they're not gonna try. You know, so I just don't. You know what I mean? Like Tyrone Woodley was supposed to beat Jake Paul. You know, he didn't. He just dove. I don't know, bro. It was just stupid. Like I seen too many questionable things happen in Jake Paul's fight, but I digress. But with that being said, man, that is the anime live chat for the week. I hope you guys enjoyed this. It's my first one, so if it wasn't as smooth as, you know, some of y'all may have hoped, or you watching this on demand on YouTube, I don't know if you know, this is to your liking, but it's the first one. You know, as time goes on and we do more of these, they're gonna be more entertaining, more interactive, might have some new backgrounds and all that. But yeah, man, you gotta get here a little bit sooner. But like I said, I'm finna get off, watch SummerSlam. I'm streaming anime later on tonight. It's gonna be a real good week. Tomorrow, on TikTok here, I will be live streaming. Well, no, I gotta wait till Monday. But Monday, I'm gonna be live streaming the latest episode of Kamen Rider Geats and Osama Sentai King Oger. King Oger, it seemed like the Tokusatsu brand, they're trying to revive themselves after the disasters that was Zenkaiger and Dawn Brothers, because Lord, both of them series is trash. But Geats is warming up, and I think they already revealed the next Kamen Rider. I think the next Kamen Rider is called Gachin or something like that. If I can pull up a video of it real quick. A Gotchard. It looked like he takes up after like so let me see if I can stream this. It's coming out of Gotchard, actually. It seems like he takes up after He's like a mix between Kamen Rider Blade, or rather like the Blade motif, and Kamen Rider Build. He's kind of like a mix between the two. So let me see if I can pull him up real quick. All right. Let me see. So we're going to take a look at this promotional video right here. It's actually going to be dope. So this is the Kamen Rider Gotchard. I think it premieres in September, if I'm not mistaken. It premieres in September. I'm going to shrink the video down because I don't want it to be like all the way up there. I'm trying to move back. So this should be good enough. So let's so let me turn the video up just slightly. It may be a little loud, but bear with me. We're gonna see what I mean when I say it's a mixture between.
Very much to technology.
What the hell? You talking too much, bro. I wanted the actual video. Here it is. Let's see why it's a mix between Build and Blade. That wasn't a good video. I'm trying to find the other promo videos. I think this is it. No, that's them explaining it. Is this the other? Like, I just seen that promo video a while back. Here we go. I think this is a better one right here because it got the subtitles. So the reason why I said this kind of reminds me of, well, first off, because he uses cards, right? He uses two separate cards and he combines them by pulling the little levers that's on the driver, and each of the cards have like a different motif to them. Like his default form is a Hopper 1 and a Steamliner, so it's kind of like Grasshopper Train, basically. So that it kind of uses cards that reminds me of Kamen Rider Blade, but it also mixes two different objects or two different elements or materials together to create a form, kind of like what he did with Kamen Rider Build. So it's an interesting motif. I think this first one is called Steam Hopper. The other one is Akabe Samurai something. I don't know the name of it, so forgive me. A pair of Skibo, that's what it is. I don't know if that was supposed to be Steamboat or what. Steamboat Samurai. I'm assuming that's what it is, looking at the form. Because it seems like he has two exhaust pipes on him, and with a samurai motif. So it's an interesting, it's definitely like an interesting motif that they're going with. Because I literally cannot wait to see this. Well, this is a cameo appearance. I'm assuming it's another movie for geeks. Because you know they always do a cameo movie before the release of the show. Yeah. So that was Gotchard. A card motif that looks pretty dope. So they actually did a good job with that. So he has the Key Knight trading card and a DX Gotcha driver. So it's definitely going to be interesting to see this because I can't wait. I hope. Oh, wait a minute. Tsubasa returning? That's Decade. That's my favorite Kamen Rider of all time. Hands down. So they're bringing him back. That dude done been in more crossover movies than any damn body. Did you read the manga? That's just futuristic Power Rangers. Nah, it's actually before Kamen Rider actually predates Super Sentai's, which Power Rangers are adapted from. Do you read the manga for what? Did I read the manga for what? Like what anime are you talking about? Like what? Oh, you asked me, do I like reading manga? Yeah. I don't read it often, but I do enjoy reading it. Especially if it's an anime that I really like Blue Lock or for example like Bleach 1,000 Year Blood War. I was all over that. Manga. Mangas that I actually enjoy reading, I can't get enough of them. I'm kind of, I can't wait to read what mangas are. With that being said, like I said, I read like 12 droppers, then I drink it. And like I normally binge when it comes to mangas too, because I don't like waiting. But like I said, like the two biggest moments this week are definitely going to be Luffy going into Gear 5 and the fight with Otashiro and Master Masculine's Sternritter S, the superstar. So that's definitely going to be, I only call that a big moment because of how much of a letdown it's going to be. Because that fight could be real good, but it's going to end up being a letdown. And some other things are going to happen during that. I never watching One Piece, it's way too long. Nah, like One Piece Gear 5, that's going to be something that you're going to want to see. If you don't watch it at any other time, this is the time to watch it. And I don't even encourage people to watch One Piece, but this is a big moment. This is like Gohan going Super Saiyan 2 important. Like this is one of them type of moments. Like I literally put it up there because of how long it took for, after watching One Piece for so long, to see Luffy get that level of power is actually going to be pretty impressive to watch. So I definitely want to see that. But yeah, it will take you a year to watch all the One Piece episodes. I mean, you gotta watch it by the arc. Best way to watch One Piece is you gotta watch it by the arc. And you gotta skip like every 4 or 5 episodes per arc. Just skip 4 or 5 episodes at a time. And you'll catch up in no time. Because they recap the episodes, so it's not like you're gonna be missing out on anything. Like they recap the episodes a lot. So you can skip 4 to 5 episodes, like skip 5 episodes here, watch the first episode, skip 5, go to 6, skip 5, go to 11, do it like that. You would have caught up in no time, but you gotta watch it by arc. Watch it by the storyline arcs. But yeah, that was everything for the anime live chat this week, man. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Like I said, these are only going to get better the more I do them. First time, you know, may not be as good, but we'll see what the future holds. So until next time, peace, and see you guys later.